Breaking right now at 11, the Canes have done it. Within the last 2 minutes, they won the Stanley Cup, bringing it home to North Carolina for the first time in 20 years. The Canes really put it beating to the Golden Knights, beating them 3-0 with that last score within the last couple of minutes of the game. The star of the show was without a doubt goalie Brandon Bussi. Out of more than 20 shots on the goal by Vegas, 0 made it in the net. The bus was really on time tonight. Right now, WFMY2's Nixon Norman is in Greensboro with the Caniacs at a Gargoyles watch party. Bryce Parker is in studio looking at how the Canes got here. But first, let's head over to Logan Campbell in Las Vegas, where it is just pure madness tonight.
Hey Ben, yeah, all throughout T-Mobile Arena just a few seconds ago, "Let's go Canes" chants were raging throughout because for the first time since 2006, the Carolina Hurricanes are the Stanley Cup champions. It only took 20 years for this to happen, but this is a full circle moment for head coach Rod Brind'Amour, who was a player back in 2006 lifting the cup. Now he is the head coach lifting the cup. And if you think about from the very moment, let's go Canes. There are so many Canes fans here celebrating this moment, and truly, this was a Canes Cup to win. From the very first game, Jordan Staal dropping the gloves as soon as that first whistle of the playoffs blew. He set the tone that carried throughout. Logan Stankoven with 9 goals throughout those first 2 series. Then Jordan Staal, the captain, carrying this team through the Stanley Cup final series. 5 games with goals. Incredible from the 37-year-old. And then Brandon Bussi, like you just mentioned, stepping in for Freddie Anderson in these final 3 games, having some incredible saves, especially tonight in this 3-0 win over Vegas in Game 6 of the Stanley Cup final. 20 years in the making, guys, but it has happened. It is reality, and it feels like 2006 here in Vegas, and that is because the Carolina Hurricanes are the Stanley Cup champions. We'll have more on this later in sports, but for now, reporting inside T-Mobile Arena, I'm Logan Campbell. I got to get downstairs and talk with some of these players on the ice.
Man, it feels good to hear that. Governor Josh Stein was one of thousands of people at a watch party in Lenovo Center tonight, posting this picture as the Canes took their early lead, saying, "We are all aboard the bus. Let's go, Canes." It was a packed house at the Canes home rink in Raleigh. Tickets for the watch party at the Lenovo sold out within an hour. Look at that sea of red. This was one of 3 official watch parties in Raleigh tonight. And from the Triad, fans also offered support. Greensboro police posting this Hurricanes-themed badge late tonight. There was also a watch party with the Greensboro Gargoyles, the Canes' minor league counterparts. WFMY2's Nixon Norman is there, where I can't believe fans even have their voice left. There's been so much screaming.
Exhilarated that they won Game 6, although miles and miles away from that game in Vegas. Well, the excitement here in Greensboro never dulled for fans. This is one of the most hype watch parties I have ever been to in my life. Now, with many of the fans, like Kelsey and Adam McSwain, remembering where they were when the Canes won the Stanley Cup 20 years ago.
I remember being in 6th grade, I think it was, when the Canes won the Stanley Cup in 2006, and I cried then.
I've been a Canes fan for most of my life, and then I avidly started watching probably about 10 years ago, and it's kind of grown since then.
Now, while some fans go back with their loyalty, there are also fans who are fairly new to the fandom. People like the McSwains have been watching hockey since before kids like 8-year-old Haven Dixon were born.
Yes, I've been going to games since I was little, and it's really fun to see that they're in the Stanley Cup.
The dozens of Caniacs I've been around all day long, I truly don't think it would have mattered to them if they won or lost, but you can hear them behind me. I have to say, I think they're pretty happy with the results, with the Carolina Hurricanes winning Game 6 and winning the Stanley Cup. Live here in Greensboro, I'm Nixon Norman, WFMY News 2.